first ball of the third test. Appeal for leg before straight away, but not out. Umpire at the far end, and umpire French it squarely. Both of them to Darling. And the first run of the match, yes, the play for a single as Emery feels. So Darling is 1, Australia 1 for 1. And out towards the third man boundary it goes. A chase there for Gow. He's very, very fast, but the ball may do it. It's very close. And 4. And listen to that roar from the Melbourne crowd. British 4, Darling 1, Australia none for 5. And clear for court and not out, not out. It's caught in the slip area.
And as far as the Australian hopes in this game are concerned, it is very important that these two batsmen get their side off to a good start.
And the indicator showing the new bowler is Willis from the far end. He'll bowl to Darling. Darling was the man in Perth who was knocked flat by one from Willis attempting to play it on the onside. And we see here that Boycott is down at the boundary at deep backward square leg. They're taking a single. There's a run here and an underarm by Emery. 3 for 1. That wasn't a bad call that time. Well, that's the first bounce. That's
been a wide.
Wide as a ball, the batsman can't play from his normal position. I doubt if he could play that one. And very, very close to an outside edge.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. Graham Wood.
And A with the head of the fine leg coming down towards the boundary. Boycott won't get this. It's into defence for 4. They're going for a single. Yes, well run.
Graham Wood looking a little bit more assured at the moment.
Again, they're going for the single, and Randall slipping over that time. I think would have been home, but Randall actually slid on the pitch area, right to the left as we see it, and it's a dark pitch area, and there may be just a suggestion of moisture there. Slow ball and no bowl.
Well, there you see the imagination of both of them once more. A very much slower ball with no perceptible change in action. Wood completely deceived by the ball that came into him.
Nice looking cut, the first cut shot played. It might not be 4, but it's a long chase there for Gooch. Yes, they'll run 3. Darling 7, Australia none for 21. Going for a single. Randall has a shot here. There's a misunderstanding. He missed the stumps. He was miles down the pitch. Had Randall hit the stumps, Darling could have just kept walking. He was halfway down the pitch, absolutely stranded.
And look at it again. This is what professional cricket circles call the London to Brighton race. Really is a case of being 52 miles from home with nowhere to go.
Nice shot. Well driven through extra cover. That's racing across this outfield. Randall may just get this inside the boundary. They've taken 2 and back to 3. 41 runs on the board in just over 50 minutes of play. Darling 15 and Wood 20.
What a boost to the Australian morale this will be if these two batsmen can remain at the crease till lunch and put on a substantial opening partnership.
Well, there's a misunderstanding again. He must be run out. Missed. He missed again. He underarmed that ball from look how close he is, and he missed the stumps. shot, a no ball. It's going right out towards the boundary, over the fence on the first bounce. He got that one all right. It was a no ball. Taking a single, there's danger here. A shot at the stumps again, missed. Now that wasn't that far away either. Look at Darling how he finishes. And fieldsman on the ground, Randall, but Darling, the batsman's down too.
You notice the centre wicket area there where Gower is fielding. It's going to make it very difficult for cover fieldsmen in this game. The wicket area at the MCG is not in good condition, very bumpy and sparsely grassed out there. And players like Gower and Randall might have some trouble with some awkward bounces out there. Pulled by Darling, a good shot. Long chase for Randall. It won't be 4. The batsmen have 2. Going back to the 3rd. And that's the Australian 50 on the board. And a very quick 50 indeed. That's well fielded. And a shot at the stumps, and Darling was pretty lucky to get back. Brilliant fielding by John Embury.
Let's have a look at that one again. Darling hits it hard into the pitch and it flies up to Embury's left. He takes it one-handed, swaps it into the right and has a shy at the stumps and causes Darling to stretch full length to make his ground.
And a fine inside edge to that. That'll be 4 runs. Willis is far too wide at fine leg. Darling to 31, Wood 22, none for 60.
Both openers are playing particularly well and there's little or no movement in the air whatsoever.
Botham to Wood, and he hooks. He gets it down into the ground very quickly. Boycott fielding at fine leg. Wood's coming back for the second, and will run. Botham back to over the wicket for Darling. Struck on the pad, but playing well forward.
Pretty vocal appeal then by Botham. Not a bad appeal actually, because although Darling was well forward, you could see him cut right across the line of the ball, but there appears to be little doubt there that it struck him well outside the off stump.
He's got a fairly stiff breeze across him from right to left to help it drift in. Oh, well fielded again, hit the stumps, or was that Taylor's gloves taking the bails off?
You'll see Graham Wood's got a habit of not being quite balanced. He's off balance and he's gone forward a little much, and this has been beautifully fielded, but he's safe back.
Englishman disappointed with that one.
I think I've got to criticise Englishman a little bit here on this style of thing. Gone high, hit him up near the forearm. The Englishmen in this match, and I believe in Perth, were making concerted efforts of appeal, sometimes when they weren't really necessary. You'll see again here. And I believe the gamesmanship's coming into it too much.
Wood coming down the wicket, Darling backing up, he should be out, he is out, run out. It seemed inevitable that eventually the opening partnership would go that way, and Graham Wood took about 4 paces down, Darling was stranded, and a simple return to the bowler's end.
Well, that's just crazy. It's been on the whole morning, and I just cannot understand what sometimes gets into the minds of batsmen. The man with the bat's the man who should be calling. That time Rick Darling with the ball behind him took off, and he had no way that he was ever going to get back. Let's have a look now and replay. Down the wicket, couple of steps. Darling well out, no way at all of getting back, just a very simple regulation out.
Willis getting some curry from the crowd, and Willis reacting to it. he was walking back with both and giving him some words of advice to start this over. Hughes facing his first ball. Oh, not a good shot, and he's out. Caught behind.
Kim Hughes indicating he hit his foot. Not very happy with the decision at all.
So Botham strikes a further blow for England. And a terrible blow for Australia. Following on that run out, Hughes out first ball, caught by Taylor off the bowling of Botham for no score, and Australia 2 for 65.
Let's have a look at now on replay. I would have thought missed.
Driven through mid-off. Good shot by Yallop. Long chase for Randall. Batsmen are taking their second quickly and will come back for the third. Yallop to 7. Wood 27. 2 for 74. Shot by Wood. That's gone forward a square leg and is rocketing out towards the longest boundary on the ground for 4. Driven past the bowler. A chase for Gower. That's racing over the outfield. That'll be 4. Great shot by Yallop.
Dropped by Brearley. Now I presume that was off the bat.
That was a sitter. That was a sitter. Remember in Perth. Now watch this again and go straight. A perfect catch for first slip. Watch this. There's the deflection. Straight to Brearley. Watch it.
That's the straight drive, and it's through. Beautiful shot from Yallop. That was a magnificent drive. The timing was there. Down through second slip. That's 100 up for Australia. At least 2 here. That Yallop's just satisfied with 2 as both in fields. Australia 2 for 101. And he's lofted it. Good shot. Right out, over the infield. Very confident shot from Yallop. He played for that. He goes on to 30 runs.
Extremely confident looking Graham Yallop in this innings. Oh, and they almost played that on. Comes right down behind the stumps. Boycott fielding from fine leg. Yallop coming back for the second. He'll have to go. And he's home. And that's the 50 partnership between Graham Yallop and Graham Wood. Batsman out in the Australian innings. Darling, who was run out for 33. Second time he's been run out in the series. The batsman out on the top left-hand corner of the scoreboard. And Kim Hughes was out first ball, caught by the keeper Taylor, off the bowling of Botham for no score, and both wickets fell at 65. The only successful bowler on the right-hand side, Botham, 1 for 20. A single, Randall fielding, picking up brilliantly. He's a delight to watch in the field. Great catch at second slip by Hendrick. What a magnificent catch. And Botham breaks through to take his second wicket with the Australian captain Graham Yallop. Caught by Hendrick off Botham for 41 and Australia 3 for 126.
Was indeed a very good catch. Almost a reflex catch. Here's the delivery again. Botham fairly close to the stumps, wide of the off stump. Yallop tempted beyond endurance, flashes a bad shot, and there's Hendrick coming across with his right hand in front of Brearley to scoop up a chance that probably wouldn't have carried as far as Brearley. It was not a very good stroke from Yallop.
stepping back and giving himself room. Nobody in the deep really chasing for the first slip. They have two, and that's all they'll get. Woods 50. Tui again being crowded. Embury bowls. Tui off the mark. Wood 51 facing Embury. That pad, is it? Close infield is confident and very dejected at the decision.
Well, let's have a look at it ourselves. Did it hit the bat? Well, I don't think I could tell from here.
And again a loud appeal from all fieldsmen close to the bat. As Wood stepped back then to back cut. Let's watch the replay of that.
Wood indicated him on the pad. It's a poor shot here. Yes, I think he may have been right. I think he's very lucky he didn't get bowled, in fact, because it must have went over the top of the stumps.
Good shot from Tui. Head well over the ball, and that'll trickle into the fence for four. Botham straight a little bit wide down the leg side. And really has dropped Tui again. That's the second catch that Captain Mike really has put down, much to the disgust of the bowler Botham. Let's watch it again.
Slow slips catches don't come much easier. This set has to be the perfect height, the perfect position, and it's dropped out. Peter Tui was walking. We'll have a look at it from another angle.
Ball just left Tui a little bit off the pitch. He was a bit close to him to cut, and it came knee-high to really into the two hands and just popped out.
And wide of second slip, I think that's going to be four. A chase for Brearley. That one really travelling across this outfield. And Wood goes on to 69. 3 for 173. Well, this time he's onto it, but it's only a single straight down to Gower. Wood 71. 3 for 175. Those three are Darling, who has run out for 33.
Boys, there's a run.
There's an overthrow. That's the 50 partnership.
Well, that is very slack fielding on England's part. The ball came in, and Taylor, wicketkeeper, rather leisurely, and nobody backed him up. So another run to Australia.
And a couple here, chase for Gooch from the slip area. And look how fast this ball's travelling across the outfield. Completely different to what we saw in Brisbane and Perth.
Well, Bowley and Botham. It's a good delivery and just short of length and just outside that off stump. It's a ball lift. You can see how high that lifted and just missed the top of the bat.
What a magnificent catch by Randall. A phenomenal catch. So Tui caught Randall. Bowled Miller for 32. Wood is not out 75. It's 4 for 189, and that was a sensational catch.
I never gave it a thought. I did not give it a thought, and here's the replay. He's only lifted a couple of feet off the ground. And Randall dives to his left. What's his catch?
A
really, when he hit the ball, I didn't think it was on at any shape of form, and I mentioned earlier that this English side is the best fielding side I've ever seen, and I didn't really think I'd expect to see a catch like that. It's an incredible catch.
And that's out for a mid-wicket, and it's landing inside the boundary. Taken two. Let's see if they want a third. Yes, they're going for the third run on the throw, and Gower's return comes into the bowler's end, and he'll have to hurry. He does, but he's through. Hendrick to bowl to Wood. And there's the indication of the breeze. It's a southwester, so Hendrick coming downwind.